All right, Shalom. This is Ashar Bon Charlotte, Alliance Den Kemp, located in Jacksonville, Florida. First and foremost, I'd like all praise and honor and glory to the Father and the Son in the proper true Hebrew tongue, the Palo Hebrew. Call, halal, la, Yahweh Bashmal Shai, Bashem, Harakah, Kodash Ma'amaf. Also, double honor to the elders, apostles of GMS, and double honor to Ma'at as well. Ahar Wa Masharala, peace and blessing 1/3, and satiation for elect. This lesson is quick and easy lesson is going on our people being spiritually zombies, being dead. They're walking, and but they're dead. They're spiritually dead. And it's spiritual. Our people walking around, thinking the world is everything's gonna be willy nilly. I said in another video, some people think that this world gonna go on basically forever, and basically until they pass away. Like young men, young women and men, around like younger than young man, like 20 or whatever. Think this world gonna be here till they pass away, man. Nah, it's gonna go way down here, way quicker than that, way before you retire and all that stuff, and that's because of Esau, man. Esau got to get put out the way. Esau is basically the main antagonist in the story. That American dream that people once looked up to, look forward to, that's not going to even be here, and that's physical. That's economically. That's because the dollar is appreciating every week. So by the time the 40, even the 40 or 50-year-olds or 60-year-olds or 65 or 70, they won't have no what's called like a pension or whatever. They ain't gonna have none of that. They ain't have no money because Esau gonna have to get rid of that. Physically, because they print too much money. They got too much money. That's inflation, and soon it'll be hyperinflation. Where a loaf of bread will be like $1,000. And at that point, you you might well say this. You might well say that the dollar done for at that point. If it's like $100 or something like for a loaf of bread, then you already know something new finna come up, a new monetary digital currency that is not based off of it's based off like credits and stuff, So that being a MOTB, the Revelation 13. So now let's get into it, man. This is Romans chapter 8, verse 6. It says, "For to be carnally minded is death, but to be spiritually minded is life and peace." And unless that first part, for to be carnally minded is death. To love the flesh, to love this quote unquote life. I ain't gonna say love the life, but love the world. Easy as that. You're not supposed to ultimately be down with 100% in anything that's temporal. Everything here is gonna be melted up, and the Lord gonna make sure of it, man. Just because He is not here right now, or just because you don't see Him, people got that microwave mentality where they want to see the Lord now. Of course, like them 2/3 of Christians or Israelites, they gonna try to establish it now, of course, and they just giving our people false hope, thinking that the name of the Lord is Jebus, or they'll say Yoreh, Yahweh, or all the other names, all the other false names. That's not the name of the Lord is Yahweh, and the Son name is Yahweh Shai. Yahweh being the Father, and Yahweh Shai being the Son, with the word it literally calls Jesus Christ. So y'all people are spiritually dead in that matter. Well, yep. I'm gonna keep going. It says verse 7 of Romans chapter 8, because the carnal mind is enmity against Yahweh, for it is not subject to the law of Yahweh, neither indeed can be. So you being in this truth, you got to follow the law, such members to the best of your ability. You got children 13 that you got to follow the best ability. Like you said, children 12. Some sacrificial. Um, that's what you must do. You must live uprightly. You got to be just to the best of your ability and righteous to the best of your ability. Not overly righteous, not overly just. Yeah, you can't keep everything perfect. And we're not justified by the law. We're justified ultimately on how much we love the Lord. And if you love the Lord by doing your best, then the Lord is going to reward you for that. And going for the whole elect out there. That ultimately the men that's going to be on the highways and byways and street corners that's teaching the truth with sincerity and with sincerity, and as in the correct fruits. So anything that's against the Lord right now, they're dead and they're spiritually dead. Even though they walk upright, they look good, but they smell nasty because you can smell the sin of death on them, man. Well, I can say that for Esau, but it's about ultimately 2/3 of our people, man. They they look like they walking upright, but they really walking crooked. They're really crooked people because they don't want to follow the Lord because they they're they book broke, man. What's it called? Basically, where the where the slave master basically breaks in the man, man. He did that to almost every household to where the man don't have a power, but you don't really need you don't need the power in your household. You didn't need power. Well, you need power in your household, but you need power in the Lord first. That's where you get the real true power from. Then they'll come through. But of course your one might be against you. Who knows, your kid. But the Lord's gonna be with you. As long as you with the Lord, then you're on a mission. You gotta study, and keep pushing. This is Habakkuk chapter 2, verse 4. It says, "Behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him." uh, going on Esau, man, being crooked, being a crooked man, man. Two-thirds of our people fall out the same spirit, man. He says, "But the just shall live by faith." So going to Habakkuk 2 and 4. It says for verse 2, verse 3 out of Habakkuk 2. It says, "For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it shall speak and not lie. Though it tarry, wait for it, because it surely come, it will not tarry." The unbelievers, for the unbelievers, the hypocrites. I remember a few years ago, what's his name, Ti, talking about 2020 being a good year for him, something like that. But in going over the Bible, he said 500 years. Talking about 500 years or 400 years. Yeah, but then he said something about the inconsistencies of the scriptures, and this is like 4 years ago. So, I just remembered it and answered our brother lesson. So, nonetheless, that is how that's how two-thirds people work, man. That they're double-minded in all their ways. They want to follow money, then they want to follow God just to get money from whoever. Ultimately, the devil, man. You're not getting money from Yahweh, and you it might be a blessing, but if it's straight money, that's not a blessing for verbatim. You got to know what to do with the money. You got to know what you doing with your life as well. Because the money is not you. You know, it's just a defense. It's not something you should love or do anything against your brother or yourself or your loved ones for. It's not that serious. Now, this is in Matthew chapter 25. I'm gonna start at verse um, the 10 virgins. I'm start at verse 8. It's like yeah. It's like yeah. I ain't gonna get that. So this is Ephesians chapter 4 verse 18. It says, having the understanding, having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh through the ignorance that is in them, because of blindness of their heart. It's like, yeah, again, this is Ephesians chapter 14, forgot it, chapter 4. It's like it. I froze. Chapter 14, in chapter 4, verse 17, it says, "This I say, therefore, and testify in the Lord that ye henceforth walk not as other Gentiles walk, the vanity of their minds." So come, man, this how two other people walk, man. Vanity, fame, anything that's not important. They walk by, wanting, cars and girls and what else? Money, shoes. When we start going to religion and these woke folks, quote unquote woke folks, and they still sleep. They sleepwalking. They they still zombies. They still think that they're way of life, eating brains, like not like a physical zombie, but spiritually. But zombies, they be controlled. They're mindless ultimately. They believe that it's like they're like beasts. They're basically doing anything. Like a dog. A dog eats his own vomit and it eats his own droppings. So just like our people, they do the same thing. They if they're choosing the way of the Lord, and they choose to uh, teach wrong to our people, just like these Christians and these 2/3 Israelites be doing. They want to be like Black Panthers or Black Africanisms and everything. Teach that type of stuff to our people. They're doing that. They spreading lies and they spreading nothing but death, because that's not going to lead our people out of this place. It's not going to give them that salvation. It's going to give them a slight sense of hope, because they feel like they can build a community and they can do this. It may sound good on paper, but ultimately the Lord is going to destroy this place. The Lord wants to destroy all communities, every community. However big the USA is, man. Making the world utterly inhabitable, by destroying America through 200 million ICBMs, making this place, it's gonna be nuclear destroyed, man. So thinking that you should want to build communities here is just outrageous. So verse 18 says, "Having the understanding darkened, being alienated from the life of Yahweh through the ignorance that is in them, because of the blindness of their heart." So common, our people are blind. They're spiritually blind. This is what the whole lesson about. They spiritually dead. They're like zombies. They spiritual zombies. They don't. They think they know what they want. Really, they honestly do know what they want, man. Some are. I say some are like halfway in between. They just like, I was like a homeless person. I would think any homeless person, if they see the truth, that they would try to hurt you, and they would do that so they can be better, at least mentally and spiritually, so the physical part can come later. You want the place to be able to destroy it. But nah, that's probably not gonna be the case. The ones that we see at the park here in Jacksonville, man, they gonna be the first ones to go down to Egypt to try to take the MOTB. So that's just the reality of it. Most of our people, uh they don't want eternal salvation. They want money. They want a dopamine feel, fun, whatever. They they just don't want responsibility. They want to be like like kids. I can't even say children, man. Like kids, man, like goats. Not want to be led, but only be led by their own lust. You know. But yeah, come. This is James chapter 1 verse 5. It's like it. James chapter 1 verse 15. It says, "Then when the lust have conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, of being, death. And sin, where when it is finished, bringing forth death, man. That's since the beginning of time, since Eve ate the forbidden fruit, being able to know good and evil. We shouldn't know good and evil. We're only supposed to know righteous, so we can judge righteously. But now we're gonna know, in the kingdom, we're gonna know good and bad. But that's because we went through it, and that's for the elect. They you got we gonna dream. We gonna dream being back in this place, America. It's like a nightmare, you know. But we wake up in the kingdom, you know, with a sword in our hand, ready to enact vengeance on the heathens, man. You know, Esau. All right. So it says, then when lust have conceived, it bringeth forth sin, and sin, when it is finished, bring forth death. So, you know, the breakdown of sin, man. Our people think they're saved and sanctified right now. I think, you know, that's just an easy way to break a Christian because they believe they're saved and sanctified. When Revelation has not even it has not finished out. We went through World War One, went through World War Two. We got one more. We got one more to go. The second one was passed. The third coming quickly, man. You know, as an angel, whoa. We got World War Three that needs to happen so this place can be destroyed. Once this place is destroyed, then we can be saved and be in the kingdom. But everything had to go correctly, man. The dollar has to collapse. You know, every famine. And I'll say the best thing is crying for why in the streets is for people crying for the truth. That's gonna be the most beautiful thing, other than getting the wilderness back, Esau not controlling it no more. But the wisdom that we love so much, but First Corinthians, get it. See, this is First Corinthians chapter 1 verse 21. It says, "For after that, in the wisdom of Yahweh, the world by wisdom knew not Yahweh. It pleased Yahweh by the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe." So come, man, for the ones that believe, the 1/3 and the 144,000 elect men that believe in the name Yahweh, while Yahweh Shai, those are the ones that are going to be saved. And for the elect men, ultimately the men on the street corners that are going to highways and byways, screaming out loud, Abba Father. Those are the ones that are going to be blessed. The foolishness is foolish. It's like it, man. It's ultimately foolish to these heathens. Um, it's foolish to what we're doing is foolish to these heathens, Esau, and 2/3 of our people. Because we got garments on, they call them dresses. They got beards. I got one right now, but they got beards and they're not shaving. We got hair, and it's not taped up. We got regular clothes on. We don't got jewelry and everything. You can look flashy a little bit, but we don't got like big Cuban links and stuff. We regular men. We your average Joe Schmoes, and being on the street corners. Being on the streets of concourse, um, and waking up any man, woman, child that passes. That is what's gonna save our people, not build no communities. None of that, man. We gotta build for the Lord spiritually. And that's why they spiritually dead, because they can't understand that. Now this is Proverbs chapter 8, verse 36. It says, "But he that sinneth against me wrongeth his own soul." So kind, man, simple as that. Those spiritually dead people, those spiritual zombies are people. 2/3 of our people, they wrong their own soul. Their spirits, are going to just diminishing. Ultimately, their flesh is diminishing as well. Because they want to go all the way back to the earth where it came from. They want to do everything and anything. Just like our people do a whole bunch of stuff to basically off themselves, to unaligne themselves. And that's how it always ends, because they are the flesh. The flesh wants to go back to the spirit. I mean, it's like the flesh want to go back to the earth. It says, "All they that hate me love death." So anyone that hates the Lord Yahweh Shai Shai, they gonna hate the man too. They ultimately hate Yahweh or Yahweh Shai first, and they gonna do anything and everything to oppose that. And they can continue to walk not uprightly, and be crooked, and go after their own lust and after their own flesh, and be spiritually dead, being walking spiritually dead. I think that'd be a lesson. Walking spiritual zombies. But hopefully that's an edifying little lesson. And with that, I'm gonna say shalom.